right now, me and Hassan. Or do you want your name mentioned, bro?
I'm cool with that, yeah.
Can I even park here? Oh, bro, parking. I used to work here.
How you don't know if you can park here? You used to work here. You need a permit. Do you know how to parallel park?
Hell yeah. Oh, what we're doing today? We're trying out this new series. It's called Open Palette, and it's basically where I just go to random people on the street, maybe artists and creators of any sort. But this is the first day, so we're just gonna start with some random people, and we're gonna interview them, have a meaningful conversation, and make some art together. That is it. But you know, to be honest, I'm very nervous because I am introverted. I don't want to talk to anybody right now. But this is a good way to get out of my comfort zone and see what happens.
And they've got best grapefruit juice and orange juice. They're not bullshit drinks, is what I mean. So they're really good.
Yeah.
I'm stopping for breakfast right now, and I recommend it.
I am very nervous, bro. Like, we are walking by people and we're talking to a lot of people, but I'm still nervous, man. I met this lady. To be honest, I forgot her name, but she was really nice. She was really nice. She was talking about this place I should eat at, and she said it was really good. So I might go back and talk with her and do the painting thing, but for now, let's keep walking. I don't want to like interrupt her breakfast, you know? So, look at the pigeons, bro. It's kind of fire. Like I said before, I'm very nervous. I've talked to a few people so far just to get out of my comfort zone, but this is very new to me. But I'm gonna start asking people if they want to paint with me on the ground in 100-degree weather, and they might say no, but that is okay. We're gonna keep going until we get at least one person today to paint with us. Let's go. Door kind of heavy. Hi.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Like the.
Fire. This is crazy. Frida. Y'all don't know nothing about Frida, bro. Frida. Señores de Frida. Yo. The guy from Lord of the Rings is in that room right now. Should I go talk to him? Hey, you wanna paint? Ask him to paint.
He might be a busy guy, but it would never hurt to ask. Imagine the first time we do an interview. It's a celebrity, bro.
Yeah. Whoa, look at this one.
What?
This is sorry. Wow. I just love how like their limbs get bigger. Pause. We're about to see if this elevator goes somewhere. There's like 5 stories. How big is this building?
How big is this building? I guess it's 5 stories tall.
Oh shoot, sorry. Alright, 5th floor. We found this staircase. It might lead to the roof, so we're gonna try to get to it. Let's go. It smells like piss. Does it?
What?
The door's locked.
Pull it.
I'm gonna scream. Ready? Okay. She's right there. Hey, what are you doing? Oh we're probably gonna have to see them when we get down there.
How do you feel after harassing us, right? Oh my god.
I feel great. Someone needs to paint with me, bro.
At this point, we're gonna be painting together, bro.
We talked to like 15 people, and we almost met the guy from Lord of the Rings. We don't know which one. We're this
Reyes.
close. Roman?
Yeah.
Roman Reyes. I never seen Lord of the Rings all the way through, but the guy was there, so that was kind of cool. All right, we didn't film this part, but we met two people. They're both tattoo artists and they're husband and wife, which is really cool. But we met them because they looked aesthetically pleasing to our eyes, and they invited us to their tattoo shop. So we're not gonna paint today, but hopefully we're gonna interview them and call it a day. So let's go. Second floor. We're at their shop right now, and we're about to go inside and ask them some questions. This is so cool, bro. Nice, like a big one or
No,
no? What we can find. Finding random people. I have some like art supplies in my backpack. And just ask a bunch of questions, you know. So now we're here. Yeah. Hello. I'm sorry, I know this is really awkward, but this is X, right?
Yeah, X.
X, and then your name?
Kiki.
Kiki. We got X and Kiki. But yeah, if you guys want to introduce yourselves and what you guys do.
Hi, my name is Kiki. I'm a local tattoo artist here. I've been tattooing for 5 years, born and raised in Arizona, basically.
My name is X. I'm from all over military brat, mostly from Texas, but I've been here for near a decade now. Love it.
Okay.
Action is so for real, because sometimes I don't even know where to cut, and I'm like, this is exactly why directors say cut and action, so that you know exactly where it goes.
Exactly, bro. But they're husband and wife. Aren't they such a beautiful couple? So I'm gonna ask them some questions. I just thought of these. No, I didn't think of these questions. I searched these questions up right when I got here. So we're gonna see what we can get out of this. I'm sorry, and I am nervous. Like this is my first time doing this, so just bear with me. Okay, so first question was, what does tattooing mean to you beyond just art?
I would say that tattooing is a form of expression, and I want to make tattooing indigenous again. I feel like tattooing has gotten lost in the sauce with colonization and white people and men making it about money. And I feel like, at least for speaking for myself, I want to bring less of the money and business of it and more of the experience. So it's a form of expression, but also a form of connection and a ritual, I would say.
I like that.
Tattooing for me is like a role in society, and I feel that role, and it calls to me.
Nice. Yeah, we all have a calling, right? And you guys' shop is very beautiful. So like that experience is it really does show. So second question, how do you decide what styles or themes truly represent you as an artist?
I'd say illustrativeness, like illustrative designs, gothic, dark imagery. I really like that sort of vibe. That's where I feel the most comfortable. Like I'm just speaking.
I would have to say that my answer is pretty similar to his. Definitely dark, black work, less realism and more like expressionism. Is that a word?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fire. Third question, have you ever turned down a tattoo idea, and what made you say no?
I don't shy away from turning down tattoo ideas because I feel like people think tattooing is one whole experience, or they like fit us into a lane, and they think that all tattooing is that lame. But it isn't. I like doing what I like to do, and that doesn't include like a specific style, but more so if I feel a connection with the client and their idea. And if I don't, I won't do it, you know? Like, I know that I could probably give you that tattoo and give you a good enough tattoo, but because I consider tattooing such an experience and a ritual, I don't want to like take away from my client's experience by doing a tattoo that I'm not enjoying. So I will definitely turn away tattoo ideas for sure.
Yeah, I've definitely turned down a tattoo idea. I've turned down swastikas. I've turned down hate symbols. I have turned down a tattoo. This old biker dude wanted a lady with her legs here and like spread open so that when he opened his arm, he'd see the whole show. I turned that one down.
Oh my God.
It's been a long road.
Jeez, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you guys have like a favorite tattoo that you've done?
I constantly love the new things that I'm doing. So if I'm trying something new and if I feel like that tattoo challenged me and it turned out being a great tattoo, that will then become my favorite tattoo. But some of my favorite tattoos that I have done that I can think of immediately when you said that were an American traditional realistic, like anatomical part on my friend. And it was blue and red, and I feel like the colors contrasted beautifully. And then on my same friend, I did 2 skeletons with nopales around it, and I feel like that one was also a good one. American traditional, both of them.
Wow.
They're my secret superpower.
I have a favorite tattoo for every arc, and each arc is in between each mental break in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got a few.
Do you guys think of yourself more as an artist, a healer, or something else?
A healer. Like a healer. Conduit. Like a vessel. I'm able to like allow transfers of energies from the other space, or like from one person to me, or like in between each other. Oftentimes it's very therapeutic.
I feel like those are 2 sides of the same coin. I feel like we heal through art. I love tattooing people, maybe in spots where or in times where they feel like they hate life. And after their tattoo, they feel a lot better. So definitely a healer through art.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, I do feel better after tattoos. How do you balance your artistic vision with what the client wants?
Definitely through a lot of conversation. I like to recommend for my clients to make an album of all the tattoos that they like, regardless of style or placement or size. And then when they come in, we talk about the things that they like the most and the things that they dislike the most from each tattoo and their designs. And coming to a middle ground of where they like the design, but I also feel like I'm expressing myself, just finds itself in that process of communication with them.
I feel like I have a superpower and I can read minds, and I can just pull the idea out of your head and put it on paper.
That's so true.
What was the most emotionally significant tattoo session and why?
I'm gonna give you 2 answers for that. One when I was getting tattooed, and the other one when I was tattooing someone. And both of them have honestly been with my husband, because I have tattooed him and he has like cried, and I felt like it was more so because of his emotional and mental state at the time versus because of the pain. Although I think the pain definitely had a little bit to do with it.
Yeah.
But on the same side, when he was tattooing me, I also felt like I experienced that. And honestly, it wasn't until he tattooed me and I cried that I fully understood why he was crying the last time that I had tattooed him. And it was the same reasons, you know, the mental and emotional state that we were at the time, but also because it hurt. For sure.
What type of tattoo is it? Is it line work,
He
black?
did this one. This one was a cover up. And I feel like it hurt because it was a cover up. But also because I just really needed a good cry.
Wow. Yeah. That's so cool, bro.
And the tattoo that I did on him, you want to show it?
Which ones?
I think it was your clowns, your little
clowns?
testers.
Wow. That's so cool, bro. Wow.
So those were very emotional. life-changing experiences?
I think I'm going to talk about the same session when I tattooed your arm, because I also cried that night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tattooed her. She was feeling it, and I could feel all of the energy that was like releasing, and I was getting a lot of that. But I had to push through it, especially as her husband. And then when we finally made it home, I broke down after she had already broke down.
Wow.
That was a wild night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Tattooing, it's a connection for sure.
I gotta try that. I don't know.
Try it out. Honestly, when clients of mine cry during a session, I don't like to like create an awkward energy or even like stop and be like, oh, when you calm down, we can keep going. I just kind of let them do their thing.
Yeah.
And it definitely helps them feel better after the fact. Sometimes they even apologize, and I'm like, no, you don't have to do that. I think this died.
Oh, did it?
Hello.
Can I see?
Yeah. Let's figure out how long ago though.
Oh no, it should still be going.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I would have cried. If it died, I would have cried, bro. Do you believe tattoos are more for the person wearing them or the artist creating them?
I think they are more for the person wearing them, although I do think it matters for us as artists to have people carrying around our work. I think it's definitely more for the person, because regardless of what you think about tattoos as an artist, the person wearing those tattoos definitely become a different version of themselves when they carry your art. So for sure, more for the client.
I'd agree. More for the client. What we do is we help people like realize their truer self in certain ways. So like they want to put a message on themselves, or a reminder, or a symbol, an effigy.
Yeah.
That's what tattooing is to me.
It's interesting. What's something about tattooing most people get completely wrong?
That we hate our clients. We don't hate our clients. It's just really tough going day in, day out, year after year, meeting so many people, so many new people all the time. Having to keep a smile on our face at all times, always being open to receiving and reciprocating like positive energy, so that people don't get a bad taste in their mouth about us. I could forget somebody the next day, but they'll probably never forget me as their tattoo artist.
Right, yeah. Yeah, you guys are pretty hard to forget. You guys look so cool.
Something that people get wrong about tattooing, that it's an art form the way other art is, because although it's expressive and creative, I feel like we are a lot more personal with our clients because we have to provide an experience for them. It's not just someone coming to us and being like, oh, can you paint me this? And then they take home a canvas. It's the whole experience. They hear from the beginning to the end. So it definitely is more personal. And like Christian said, it's, you know, putting up a front and having to make sure that you're good for them and you show up and provide an open space for them to show up, regardless of how they're feeling, whether it's a good experience or a bad experience. But also that we're mean, or that we're too cool, and that we're like rough and tough. A lot of the tattoo artists that I know are a bunch of dorks, you know. And we just love creating art. This just happens to be our medium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that for you guys. Cool. And last question. When someone carries your art on their skin for the rest of their life, what part of you do you think they're carrying to?
Definitely the experience. I think that's the most important part, because my art might be unique to me and my client, but it's an experience like no other, you know, trying to make them feel welcomed and safe enough for them to be opinionated about what they want in their art. And a little bit, they have to release a little bit of control, because you want your client to walk around with something that makes them feel confident and better. So the experience of being positive and welcoming and open for them to feel comfortable enough, I think, is what they carry with them forever. Because other tattoo shops definitely don't have that, you know. They definitely feel like it's my art on you. Yeah. And that's how they treat it throughout the entire session. But I feel like that's what separates me from other artists, is that I do put them first, and my priority is to make them feel confident. So I guess you can say that, the confidence. What I have as a confidence for myself, I feel like they take a little bit of that with them, with my art.
Nice. Cool. I think I need some of that
You need
confidence.
some confidence? Let us tattoo you.
Yeah, please.
Definitely help you with that.
Just tattoo the word confidence on you.
I actually wouldn't mind that. Let's do it. Yeah.
So we can make it cool. Same thing, you know, in different words that I feel like when people leave with my tattoo, with my artwork, the part of me that they leave is the little bit of me that helped them level up, you know? Whether that's a bit of my voice as well that I like to use, whether that's a bit of my confidence for them as well. Yeah, you know, the experience.
Nice. Perfect. Okay, cool. I think that's all the questions I have. I don't want to take too much of you guys' time, so thank you for answering that and for this experience.
Follow Sad Boy Studio.
Yeah, follow them. Follow them.
Kiki can't draw.
Perfect.
@X_ does tattoos.
Action.
All right.
How are we feeling after this interview that we just had?
That was it was actually really nerve-wracking, and I felt extremely awkward, but it was my first time doing that, and I'm not used to this at all, so it was a start, and I'm glad they were conveniently there so I can interview them. So that was pretty cool. So make sure you follow them, and let's go home. I'm back home. Overall, this was a great experience for me. I really enjoyed it. It was very much so out of my comfort zone. Felt very awkward this whole entire time, but it was very fun because I had my cameraman, Hassan. So make sure you follow him. But we came across a lot of cool people and had nice conversations with them. But unfortunately, we didn't get to paint with anybody, which was the original plan, just to paint with strangers and have a conversation. But it's cool that we didn't. It's our first time, and the experience was cool overall. And thankfully, we ran into X and Kiki, the two tattoo artists that are husband and wife. They're two amazing people, and they're very cool to meet, and they do very great work. X and Kiki, they both work in a studio called Sad Boy Studios. Sad Boy Studio is a collective of other tattoo artists, and they all do amazing work as well. So check them out as well. Also, I think X and Kiki were right about the mic. I don't think it was working properly. Yeah, I don't think the mic died, but I think it was muted. So hopefully you can hear them well, but I'll make sure that issue doesn't happen next time, but I apologize. But the purpose of Open Palette is just a great way for me to get out of my comfort zone, but most importantly to meet artists and creators and have you guys know them on a more personal level. Just to know like their thoughts and ideas of how their process works, or just to see how they think in general as a human being. I would love to continue these type of videos with more artists and creators, but this time with the goal of having a more comfortable and inviting environment. My original concept for Open Palette was to meet these artists and for us both to create something at the same time as we talk to each other. This will give it more comfortable and inviting feel and give it less of a serious tone where everyone's just like sitting down face to face and just sitting there asking questions. I feel like if it was a very interactive conversation, then it would go very well and be more comfortable. I know I need to be more comfortable because I felt very nervous on this interview. But I do feel like it turned out great for my first one. So if you like this concept, just give me your thoughts and opinions down in the comments, and I'll continue to create these videos. If you are an artist or creator in Arizona, then I would love to meet up, whether you're a tattoo artist, a DJ, you make music, you're a painter, any type of art form, I would love to meet and just create some art together. I feel like that would be really cool. You can get the recognition that you deserve from a newer audience. You can have your own audience get to know you on a more personal level. If you are interested, just shoot me a text on Instagram and we can get something started. My goal is not just to meet artists in Arizona, but other states as well. I would love to travel and get to know anybody. So if you are in other states as well, you can shoot me a text and we can plan something out in the near future. Again, let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments on this concept, and I'll continue to make more. So thank you for watching the first episode of Open Palette. I will see you next time. Peace.